For thousands of years, human construction followed a simple logic: lay a foundation, build walls, and cap it with a roof. It is a process of addition, stacking materials on top of each other until a structure appears. But hidden deep in the forests of Madhya Pradesh, India, the Dharm Rajeshwar Temple operates on the exact opposite principle. This is subtraction architecture. Instead of stacking stones, the builders started with a solid hillside and simply removed everything that wasn't a temple. The scale is staggering. Architects carved 9 meters down into a solid volcanic plain, freeing a central structure. To do this, they excavated 6,000 tons of heavy laterite stone, hauling every piece out through a single narrow gateway. The builders followed a sequence impossible by modern standards. They finished the roof of the temple long before they reached the floor. Today, locals call this site the Kailasa of MP, referring to its distinct North Indian Nagara architectural style. It belongs to an incredibly rare league of monolithic structures. Like the famous Kailasa temple in Maharashtra, Dharma Rajeshwar is a single, continuous piece of earth. Despite being buried deep inside a pit, the temple is geographically aligned to catch the sunrise. On specific days, the morning rays perfectly clear the surrounding crater walls and strike the inner sanctum directly. Inside that sanctum, the site practices a rare religious synthesis known as Harihar. The space is dedicated simultaneously to Lord Vishnu and Lord Shiva, housing both a 4-armed Vishnu idol and a Shiva linga. To accommodate this, the carvers had to map out a highly complex layout. They freed a main central shrine, and then precisely proportioned 7 smaller surrounding shrines, all perfectly spaced within the exact same rock footprint. Achieving this solar alignment across an 8-shrine complex means the ancient architects had to hold a flawless 3-dimensional blueprint in their minds, long before a single chisel struck the ground. But the site presents a glaring physical paradox. The 6,000 tons of excavated volcanic rock required to hollow out the temple is completely missing. It is nowhere to be found in the surrounding landscape. Because the engineering process is invisible and the debris is absent, local communities historically filled this logical void with supernatural mythology. The most popular legend claims that the heroes of the Mahabharata epic, the Pandavas, carved the entire complex in a single night. According to the myth, the Pandavas built it top-down and deep underground to stay hidden from their enemies during their forced exile, a period known as Agyatwas. With the physical evidence of construction vanished, the Pandava legend became the only explanation that local memory could hold on to. Zooming out from the single Hindu temple reveals that the entirety of Chandangiri Hill is heavily excavated, hiding 51 additional man-made caves. Local Hindu folklore labels the largest of these caves Bean Bazaar, claiming it was a market for the giant Pandava brother Bhima. But the archaeological reality points in a completely different direction. These are actually the Damnar Caves, a sprawling Buddhist monastic complex carved between the 5th and 8th centuries by the Gupta and Pratihara dynasties. Inside these caves, you find specific architectural features designed for monastic life, including small meditation cells for monks, large gathering halls, and sacred stone stupas. The rock walls are filled with unmistakable iconography. Towering, intricately carved statues of the Buddha firmly ground this site in Buddhist history. This single, isolated hill served as a master canvas for the elite engineers of 2 entirely distinct faiths operating across several centuries. In modern construction, mistakes are correctable. If a measurement is off, you pour more cement, add a steel beam, or patch the drywall. Monolithic rock carving is completely unforgiving. Every chisel stroke was final. In rock-cut architecture, there is no way to undo a mistake. One wrong move would ruin the entire hillside. The builders maintained a massive, sustained spatial awareness across generations. Together, they mapped and carved a central spire, an inner sanctum, 7 shrines, and 51 caves out of one cohesive block of earth. Dharm Rajeshwar stands as a reminder that some of the ancient world's most complex achievements remain entirely hidden below ground level.